Hey, this is BlindFox and welcome to my ration review. Please support the channel, please subscribe and please go and donate on patreon.com. This is the third video in our series on the Feddeck Dauerwaren Type 19, and I got this from Pablo's Cave shop on eBay, so go and check him out. Welcome at lunch. We're not going to use the creamer and the sugar. We're going to have the hard cakes. We are going to have the Land Leberwurst, which is country liver sausage. This is 200 grams. This is a bit much, I think, but we will see how it is. We're going to have the Schokoladekuchen, which is chocolate cake. Decided to have this with lunch because I could. We're going to do the coffee. This is Jacob's Kroning Gold. We get this in the shops as well in South Africa. It's a nice big grain coffee. I think it's a mild roast or something. I'm going to have half this Fettebrød. This is translates as fat broth. We're going to have the other orange drink sachet, and I'm going to mix it with 2 of these waters. And we will try the Leberwurst on some of the bread we had at breakfast. This sort of looks like the same circumference lids. So if you ate all the bread, you could use the lid to seal something else. So I'm going to mix the coffee and the half of the soup or broth and the drink, and I will be back. Okay, I've got the stock cube in 2, so we will use one of the halves. This just smells like stock. So you can close it up and save it for another time. In this nice Ziploc bag. We'll set this aside for now. And the coffee. There's no 10 notches. You see, it's quite large grains. And there the coffee, it can sort of stand for a bit. Final thing we need to check out is the powder. You can see the white powder. It's got sort of an orangey smell. There's a small 10 notch in this. Okay, this is mixed. Okay, the hard cakes first. Quite a thick package they are in. Now I've cut them open. And you can see it's in a protective layer. It's quite thick biscuits. We're going to remove half of them. You'll save the other half for later, or I'll just most likely eat it later. See, it's quite thick. Doesn't really have a smell. It's quite hard. Slightly sweet taste, although it's not hard when you chew it. It's not hard, but to break it's quite hard. I'm going to use a bread slice here to taste. And let's see this. So it is sort of just sealed. You open it like you open all things. Very fatty. It is not a pate. It's a bit harder. Quite fatty. I might just heat up a bit of this to see how it tastes. So afterward we'll just heat up a bit. This tastes very fatty. Not very livery. Somewhat salty. So let's taste it on this. Can scoop it out. But it's more a bully beef texture. Cold, this is very, very fatty. It is soft enough to spread. This, I think the liverwurst goes much, much better with the crackers than the bread. The cracker gives it more, a nice crunchiness, bit more substance. This is very, very, very fatty. Again, so let's check out the orange. Again, very, very sugary. This is also almost, unlike yesterday's, this one is almost a bit fizzy. Yesterday's I actually shook in my bottle. This I just mixed in the in here, and it's much more. It's got a much more fizzy taste than yesterday's. Almost like very, very flat Fanta orange. Which well is appropriate since Fanta orange was originated in Germany. So let's check out our broth. It just smells like a broth. Not sure what type of broth this is. It's not very strong, it's not very salty, it's just like a very mild soup. It's actually nice. And the coffee. Quite mild coffee. Let's check out the cake next. It is also in a tin. Sounds quite a sturdy tin. Chocoladekuchen, this is 200 grams. Can't remember if I said the liverwurst is also 200 grams. And it was sealed quite nicely, you could hear there. Quite a thick, So here is the chocolate cake. Let's see if we can dip it out. No, not really. You can't really just dip it out since it is, won't really fit through there. It smells like chocolate cake. Let's cut a piece. I'm not really good with cake cutting. Okay, there we go. Very crumbly cake. You can see there. It's a bit dry, the cake. A very crumbly cake. Very light cake actually. And it goes well with the coffee. I've heated this up. It made the liverwurst very, very, very soft. It does change the flavor a bit. So let's try some of this on the cracker. It changes the taste a bit more. It's not as fatty now, or it doesn't taste as fatty. It's a much more crumbly. The flavor is still nice. You lose that fattiness. The meat is a bit more separated. So if can just give you another profile to heat a bit of this up. So this was lunch. The orange doesn't taste as sweet if you just if you don't shake it in a bottle, and it's slightly fizzy. It was much sweeter when I did it in the bottle. The stock is nice light soup. Coffee is nice light roast or medium roast. It's not as bitter as Nescafe. Quite nice. And the chocolate cake goes well with the coffee. It's very, very crumbly. It's not a very dense cake. And I would say the bread doesn't really go with the liverwurst. So that was lunch. And I got this from Pablo's Cave Shop on eBay, so go and check him out. And this was the Dauerwaren Type 19. So thanks for watching. Please support the channel, please subscribe. Please go donate on patreon.com and see you at my next ration review.